Hello, all of you. I hope all of you are keeping safe and is on consistent track for preparing for your civil services examination. As we have started with the comprehension strategy for Yojana and Kurukshetra, the magazines that is published by Publication Division, excellently informative. But whenever we are encountered with the bulk of information that is being availed by such magazines, it is always that it tends to create doubt how to utilize this information in my actual answer writing or in my actual updation of any of the activity, contemporary phenomena, contemporary policies, programs that otherwise also I'm preparing. These videos are oriented towards helping you out in integrating the content matter of these magazines with your answer writing skills. It becomes very logical for me to say that we are in the informative age, and in this informative age, none of us is reeling under dearth of information. But how to integrate that information, how to scavenge out what is relevant and what is irrelevant, is what makes and breaks our efforts towards such competitive examination. So to continue on with, it's Yojana June 2020, single page given to us in this magazine entitled Skilling of Tribal Youth with the program called Goal. I'll be taking that page also into our reference. But because we have got this page in our Yojana, what are the other things that we can co-link and try to make sense with the requirement of tribal development is what we are willing to learn. So let us take the understanding of Yojana 2020 goal, the digital skilling of tribal youth. Goal program for tribal youth, and it stands for going online as leaders. The goal program that is going online as leaders is attempted towards further inclusion of tribal youth in the Digital India campaign. It has been the mobilization by default Ministry of Tribal Affairs, and it is launched in the partnership with Facebook. The attempt basically is to generate showcasing of hidden tribal youth talent, making them come at par with what is called mainstreamed living. But what is the relevance of this program? Why do I need a separate program called tribal development? We need to take the understanding of it. Then we'll be coming back to this page again. If I try to take the understanding of tribal population profile, by default, we pick it up from 2011 census. And 2011 census identifies approximately 8% of total population is a scheduled tribe population in the country. And census identifies the scheduled tribe population in terms of their demographic size. So the categories of scheduled tribe population demographically is divided into major and minor. Gond, Bhil, Santhal versus Champaigns, Cookies, Lohitas. Point is, if I'm a major tribal population, I'm having higher, larger demographic size population. That means my vulnerability is comparatively less than the minor tribal population, who still have got higher mortality rate, and thus their survival vulnerability is much more higher compared to major. But when I have to take reference of the tribal development, major and minor don't come into forefront. So what do we take into consideration? Ministry of Tribal Affairs outlines economic categories according to which we have primitive, developing, and developed categories of tribal population. If I take primitive categories, Juang, Yenadi, Maria, Todas, I've already written champagne, cookies, lohitas can be included. They are hunting gathering population, shifting cultivators. Todas are nomadic herders. You know Bakerwals, you know Gond. You can keep on adding them, just selecting some of the case. If I take developing, I'm largely including cultivators. So Gonds, Mundas, Bhumjis, Garasias. And if I take developed, I'm talking about Minas, Negis, Nagas, and Misos. Survival, vulnerability. Politically aware, mainstream. When we talk about tribal population, I need to make sense with that we are targeting a big diverse audience. They include such primitive people that they are living in the Stone Age even today. And there are the population or the categories of the population which are substantially mainstream. If I combine that, because my audience is such diverse, my area development or tribal development program has to cater the requirement at one end of the continuum of the population which don't know anything about social, economic, political growth purview. And at the other end, we have got population which is substantially into the mainstreaming. With this diversity, sensitivity and flexibility are the two key components that comes up with the tribal area development. And that is the reason whenever we talk about tribal development, there are 5 clauses clubbed up into 2 that comes into account as very important block. So tribal population profile gives me the understanding that demographically I can divide tribal population as major and minor, but economically I can categorize them as primitive, developing, and developed. And this gives me the understanding that the levels of requirement of mainstreaming, requirement of minimizing vulnerability, injecting education and employment possibilities has to be extremely flexible and significantly progressive so that we can cater the requirement of this diversity of the population. Tribal rights on land and forest to be respected, esteeming their own people, working in own field of expertise, collaboration, and not rivalry. Judgment of results on basis of human quality involved. Panchsheel facilitated when I talk about tribal area development or tribal development program, what exactly I need to understand that it incorporates two contradicting approaches, isolationist and assimilative. What will be the way I can make them remain isolated and still I can mainstream them? That is the reason the important expressions pinpointed must be taken towards right. Tribal rights, teaming their own people, working in their own field of expertise. These are considered to be the isolationist approach, and judgment of result on human quality involved and not statistics is what is to make them assimilative. They will work in their field of expertise and we can easily mark up their mobilization. Now, if we try to take Panchsheel and apply tribal development, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, main plan, states and union territories where scheduled tribe population is in majority. Subplan, ITDP, states and union territories where scheduled tribe population has majority at block or tehsil level. Subplan, MADA, states and union territories where scheduled tribe population is in minority, fragmented pockets. What is the nature of tribal development in the country? So the nature of tribal development in the country includes 5 clauses collectively called Panchsheel. These 5 clauses can be briefly classified as isolationist and assimilative. Let them grow in their own field of expertise. Let them team their own people. Let them work with their rights on land and forest. And we should assimilate them like they are rather than asking them to change. And this is where the 5th clause of the Panchsheel, judgment of the result should not be based on statistics. It should be based on what is the human quality that is involved. Once we take Panchsheel and then apply it to the tribal development, We are having tribal main and sub-plans. Sub-plans are categorized into ITDP and MADA. ITDP is applied to the states and union territories where the scheduled tribe population is in minority, thus we require sub-plan, but have got recognizable majority at block or tehsil level. Whereas MADA is applied to those states and union territories where we have got fragmented pockets, isolated pockets, and scheduled tribe population essentially makes example of minority population. One more thing before I take you further, tribal development program and modified area development approach. These are the two programs that we can take up into the minor, the sub-plan, which is into the states and union territories where we don't have majority of scheduled tribe population at state or union territory level. At this point, I will surely want to add, as per 2011 census, because I'm counting states and union territories together, so I'm using the term administrative units. As per 2011 census, National Capital Territory, Chandigarh, Puducherry, Punjab and Haryana, and I'm repeating them, 5 administrative units. Punjab, Haryana, National Capital Territory, Puducherry and Chandigarh do not have any resident scheduled tribe population. Once I take this into consideration, chart out mentally these 5 from the map of the country, and for rest of the areas we will have tribal main and sub-plan with ITDP and MADA. What is the nature of development of the programs? We can easily get on. Tribal programs are protective and development, constitutional provision, of declaration of scheduled area and tribal area. Some examples, popular one, Kachar, Bodo, these are in Assam, Mara, Lai, these are in Mizoram, autonomous district reflecting tribal aspirations in the grassroots administration. So tribal area that comes up with the 6th schedule of our constitution, and scheduled area that comes up with the 5th schedule of our constitution is the protective clauses that we apply in the tribal development. Let the tribal areas, scheduled areas be in the domain of tribal population. And once I take developmental programs, this is what is the prominent purview. This is what we want to discuss. So developmental program goes with National Scheduled Tribe Finance and Development Corporation. All backward links. Along with it, TriFed, that stands for Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India. All forward links. And this is where we take the developmental purview that is correlated with agricultural growth, aquaculture, beekeeping, or it is handloom handicraft, where Ministry of Textile, Ministry of Petroleum Natural Gas with pipeline, Ministry of Power to facilitate the electricity availability, all of them can be applied up into reference. National Scheduled Tribe Finance and Development Corporation provides loan, skill mobility and all the other factors that is required, inputs. If you are finding it difficult to recognize backward link is largely related to inputs. So what do I require as inputs in my economic growth? Education, skill development, funds, technology, and all the factors comes into the domain of NSTFDC. And TriFed is related to marketing links. It is more about market. Until unless I'll have a consistent market, every of the tribal products that we are having will not be having a convincing market revenue. So you need to generate that forward link. This is where, if I have to talk about goal, which Ministry of Tribal Affairs have marked up its development, it by default will have NST FDC's participation, National Scheduled Tribe Finance and Development Corporation. And in this, we can take references of several of the programs that have been mobilized. Let us take these infographics to make us understand. Community health promotion. In tribal areas, incorporate education, economic development, social policy, and health policy. And once I take these 4 components of development, these can be demarcated as components of development. So this can easily be related to Van Bandhu Kalyan Yojana, Van Bandhu Kalyan Yojana incorporate sustainable employment, education, economic development of tribal area, health for all, and kindly take accelerated economic development of tribal area can be directly correlated to Swadesh Darshan, tribal circuit. Are you understanding which type of interlinks we need to take? And once you take tribal circuit, link it up with category as we take into the account of connectivity. So factor number 9, I cannot have traveling tourism until unless I have all weather roads. So it is something that is correlated. Availability of electricity, they all correlate. Until unless you have got that development, urban development, and then what is called dignified living. Tribal area also have housing, safe drinking water. Because safe drinking water, take it in relation to Swachh Bharat. And irrigation, because we do incorporate agricultural characteristics with the tribal population. 10 components of Van Bandhu Kalyan, and how I can easily correlate it to the Van Dhan Yojana or Swadesh Darshan with tribal circuit is how you develop your answer. It should not come up into what is called something that is ad hoc. It has to be taken up in the continuity of each other. And when I take the development of tribal and tribal areas, tribal population and tribal areas, I need to take into account of the showcasing. So Swadesh Darshan is also essentially related to what is called Adi Mahotsav. Link them up. It is this linking that actually creates the quality answer. So what is Van Bandhu Kalyan Yojana is correlated to, Van Bandhu Kalyan Yojana is related to availability of health, availability of education, availability of gainful employment, dignified living, and all that with connectivity is related to showcasing tribal domain. If it is Adi Mahotsav, if it is a tribal circuit, what we are talking about, let them grow in their own field of expertise. This is how we correlate the development. So Van Bandhu Kalyan Yojana is correlated essentially with what we have already learned. It is a tribal sub-plan, ITDP, MADA. I'll certainly not close down without taking into consideration some list is there in front of you, and if you can just try to take them into reference. One way you cannot remember all of them, but just try to add them to your list. The non-timber forest products which makes exponentially large commercial market, and we have its well diffused presence countrywide. And are you noticing that there are two states which are being left blank? Remind, I told you 2011 census, Punjab, Haryana do not have any resident tribal population. That is the reason it is blank. And then you can take up any reference of the account, Uttarakhand, Jammu and Kashmir, with some non-timber forest project like Mahua seed, lac. I have got the currant seed, sal seed, wild honey in Himachal Pradesh. These can be an excellent case of economic remuneration for the farmers, which tribal farmers, which has not been mainstream. So in regards to non-timber forest product, and I'm slightly zooming it out, challenges of untamed potentials. Is to be taken care of. I have got big example, and it is countrywide. Kerala also have got wild honey. Himachal Pradesh has got wild honey. Gujarat correlate with Mahua seed. Jammu and Kashmir goes with Mahua seed. Madhya Pradesh have got sal seed. I have got sal seed with Himachal Pradesh. You can take references of them. Karnataka is also with wild honey. You can take the references of lac that is being produced in Chhattisgarh, and it is also in Jammu and Kashmir. So untamed potential of non-timber forest product can be easily added to our reference, apart from, of course, the absence of what is called digital factor and etc. that has been mentioned in our Yojana. And one more thing that can be added into account, National Forest Act 1988 is amended as Indian Forest Act 2019. What are the positive factors that we can take into account? Positive factor is any forest can be declared as conservation area. That is surely going to help us in the biodiversity conservation purview. Focuses on the climate change issue. This is also very important. Doesn't allow forest officer to withdraw case filed under act. So it gives us more transparency in the factor. This is sustainable. This is transparency. And if I take the legalizes new class of forest called commercial forest and promotes production of forest via involvement of private firms, so this is going to add commerciality to it. So what is the National Forest Act Supplement Amendment Act 2019 is giving us as positive aspect? So the positive aspect can be categorized into three. It is sustainability that is being enhanced. It takes into account climate change and also the conservation area. It enhances transparency. And it also generates commercial edge. Because what we need to understand is that development cannot be halted in name of environment as good as environment cannot be compromised in name of development. So I've got the positive factors, but there are negative factors which cannot be missed out. More bureaucratic control, higher immunity to forest officers, and then punishment to the communities for crimes committed by individual. Community punishment is something that can go against the tribal development and tribal areas growth. Any patch of forest land can be used for commercial plantation. It is going to have a big question mark on the growth purview of Indian forest, and commercial exploitation of forest can be enhanced. So there are many negative possibilities that are being also highlighted. And that is the reason when I say Indian Forest Amendment Act, it is to some extension catering clauses of Panchsheel. However, is creating certain challenges that is required to be given its due importance. Tribal rights to land and forest cannot be snatched. They have got the first legitimate right, and that is what we talk about when we say Forest Rights Act. So it has to be taken care of. But when it comes to the references of these amendments, there are certain edge of commercial growth which can be, because we are speculating 2019, its implementation and the actual ground reality, we have to wait and watch. But when it comes to its change, it is likely to have some negative impact when it comes to the development purview of tribal areas, when it comes to the strategy of development of tribal. And if I have to take what Yojana gives us, it is simply going to take up the talent and the mentored. So I'll take it. Teaming their own people is very important factor. In this program, 5,000 scheduled tribe. We are talking about in this program, 5,000 scheduled tribe youth called mentees will get the excellent opportunity to get trained by expert. There will be one mentor for two mentees. The program aims at enabling scheduled tribe youth in remote area to use digital platforms for sharing their aspiration, dreams and talents. Goal is a joint initiative of Facebook India and Tribal Affairs. Its features: 5,000 young tribal entrepreneurs, professional artisan and artists will be trained. And it very clearly will be referred with the digital growth. So if I say that there will be aspiration, dreams that the already mainstream tribal youth will be sharing with others, by default they will be generating a source of inspiration for their growth. But say I'm writing answer to the tribal area development, this is just a point that I can add. I cannot make my complete answer on goal, because it by default correlates to, and I read it here, efforts will be made to integrate the program with other government schemes such as Mudra, Kaushal Vikas, Jan Dhan Yojana, Skill India, Startup and Stand Up India. So it is also oriented towards overall economic mainstreaming. And this economic mainstreaming will be related with the enabling factor of digital India. So I'm only asking you to understand that when you try to read any write-up that comes up in these magazines, don't believe that they are going to give you a complete comprehension of a certain topic, but they will certainly give you something that you can add as feather in your cap towards that particular topic. This is the way you utilize the information that comes up in these two magazines of publication division. Right. This is how you can take the information given to us in Yojana, one program which is integrated with Skilling India, digital platform, facilitating the approach of growth momentum by enabling much more or far reaching connectivity between the tribal population, showcasing the growth story, success story of the individuals from their own group, which by default will be more encouraging. So utilizing the goal as the digital platform, we are further pushing tribal development towards our inclusive growth, decentralized growth, and growth that is sustainable, not just economically, but also ecologically. That is it from my side for the time being. Happy learning to all of you. Goodbye.